So I'm feeling a little bit strange because yesterday we had some news, and the best way to put this is imagine this water is BFA, and imagine imagine this Dr. Pepper is Shadowlands. This is how I feel at the moment. This is good. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Well, it's finally been announced. The Shadowlands Alpha is coming. And I wanted to make a video about this yesterday, but I was watching so many different content creators kind of show their opinions on it, and what we're being shown and what we're going to be given. And it was quite interesting to see the different views. Some people thought some systems were good, and some people thought that some systems were bad. So today, there are two posts that I want to go through. In the first video, which I'm doing now, we're going to be looking at the developer update from Ian Hazakostas, which I love that word. I love his last name. It's such a nice word in your mouth. Anyway, and the second video is going to be on the Covenant abilities. So yesterday, around about 4 p.m. in the evening or in the afternoon, we had a post from Ian himself, which I'm going to read through and we're going to talk about today. And a couple of hours later, we had another post about the abilities that are going to be put into the alpha and the Covenant abilities that we're going to get within Shadowlands itself. Now, with the Covenant abilities, they're not all there, but there's quite a lot of them, and I thought if I put them in this video would be long. So, today we're going to just read through the update and talk about some of the things that he has announced. So, Shadowlands developer update. The whole team has been hard at work transforming the vision we laid out for Shadowlands into a reality. And we can't wait to share our progress in the upcoming alpha. It's been 5 months since we first revealed our World of Warcraft Shadowlands expansion at BlizzCon 2019. The whole team has been hard at work transforming the vision that we laid out last November into a reality. And we can't wait to share our progress with all of you. Later this week, we will send out our first round of invitations to a closed alpha test for Shadowlands. I'm not going to get it. I know I'm not going to get it right, but I still will make videos on hopefully the beta or the open alpha, but not the closed alpha. This first batch of invites will mainly go out to long-time WoW players with active accounts in good standing. Well, I mean, I've only been banned once, and that was on my European account, so my NA account is good. As well as Blizzard friends and family, along with a limited number of content creators and journalists. This initial wave represents only a small fraction of the pool of testers that will ultimately gain access to the test in the coming months. If you're interested in helping Shadowlands better, sign up using the beta opt-in link in the Shadowlands homepage. Later on, as we engage in focused PvP and raid testing, we will also do some targeted invite waves that prioritize players with extensive experience or expertise in those parts of the game. So, if any of you haven't opted into the beta, I will leave not only this link to this developer update into the description below, but I'll also leave the link to the beta opt-in. All you need to do, log into your Battle.net account or Blizzard account, and just opt in. That's all you do. You click it, and then you're opted in, and you'll receive an email if you've been accepted to do that. So make sure you do that, because if any of you can, I'd love, if you do get beta, please speak to me about it. Please say, I got beta. I'd love to talk to you about it, because I would love to sit down with you and just talk about what you're experiencing. So if anybody out there is watching this and you did get an alpha, beta, whatever invite, early access invite, let me know. When the alpha servers go live, we will have the full level up experience in the zone of Bastion available, along with its accompanying dungeon, the Necrotic Wake. Testers who are interested in checking out our revamped new player experience can play through the Alliance version of the new zone and tutorials. We aim to roll out new content on a regular basis throughout the test cycle. Later in April, we hope to offer the zone of Revendreth, as well as a look at Torghast, Tower of the Damned, our endless dungeon experience, which is something I am actually really looking forward to. The zones in themselves are something that I'm looking forward to, but this endless dungeon experience seems like it could be interesting too, and I hope that they take ideas from the Mage Tower back in Legion. Now, the Mage Tower was really hard, but it kept people interested. Everybody went back every week to try and complete it. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll leave a quick clip on how hard people found it. We will continue to unlock content such as zones, dungeons, and endgame questlines when they are ready for feedback, using template characters as needed to focus testing and feedback on specific parts of the game. Once everything has been released into the test environment, we will officially move into a beta phase, wiping all characters and kicking off a larger round of invites for an end-to-end test of the entire Shadowlands experience, which is exciting. I mean, the fact that they're really trying to do as much testing as possible actually is filling me with confidence. While content will be rolled out methodically over the course of the alpha, many of our underlying system changes will be apparent from the moment that players first log in later this week, and there will be hints of others that are still in progress. A few examples. Players of all 12 classes will immediately see changes to their spellbooks, talents, and in some cases, even their resources. Now, let me just quickly stop there because their resources part really kind of piqued my interest, because if, for example, if you take the monk and the shaman, mana management with the monk and the shaman, if you take essences away, was actually quite difficult to maintain, okay? But if you played something like the holy paladin, well, mana, I mean, if you drop below 60% mana as a holy paladin, I think you're doing something wrong. That's the kind of feeling that I've got. So on a healer's point of view, obviously I don't play that much DPS, but on a healer's point of view, this could be interesting. It would be interesting if they brought in some new resources or tweaked the resource management. PvP, I mean, not PvP. The other classes, I think rune management with the DKs would be interesting as well. And this is the best time to do it. I think any DK changes, this is the expansion to do it. They haven't really been changed since Wrath of the Lich King, but they're allowing lore or whatever to change them. So that's quite interesting. We will have a separate blog coming out in the coming days discussing how we applied the cast design philosophies we laid out at BlizzCon 2019 and giving key examples of the sorts of changes to expect for each class and their specialization, which I will make a video on the day that that gets released, because that to me is the most important thing about this expansion so far. Unlike the last couple of expansion alphas, where the conversation with the community often being with us, saying, let us know which spells you missed most, this time around, we're eager to hear whether we've gone too far with unpruning, which maybe a bunch of folks actually really hated Eyes of the Beast all along, who knows? We've been making improvements to our quest interface, with an eye towards better distinguishing major quests that are required to advance the narrative from optional side quests that will tell more localized stories, which is interesting because me personally, I love the lore, and I'll do every single like little side quest and things like that, but some of those side quests, they only give you like some gold or a little bit of experience, and if you're max level and you're going back to do side quests, I mean, some people find them useless. So, I mean, it would be nice to kind of go, you could go and do these side quests, okay? And it will tell you a little bit more about this area that you've been in. But you could just carry on with the main quest and come back later or just forget about them. I think that's interesting. Our work in progress 3D indicator of tracked quests, objectives, locations will be available to use, which aims to reduce the need of bringing up the map when navigating the world and help more clearly identify when an objective is above or below you. So, with that quickly, I think it's a good thing, but I also think it's a bad thing. I mean, WoW has always been, oh my god, where do I go? Pull up the map. And if you're not having to do that, then what's the point of the map? I enjoy that part. It's kind of opening the map. And I will tell you one thing, the map, obviously the map's still going to be there, there's no doubt about that, and I think opening the map is hardwired into some people's brains, so I think even with that indicator, people will still open the map. I love the map artwork, I think it's great. I mean, I've got artwork of the maps all around this room. To me, I find it really interesting and quite beautiful, actually, when it comes to an art point of view. Do I like the fact that where it says about clearly identifying when an objective is above or below you? Yeah, I do like that, actually, because I think that will actually be quite useful. We're also rolling out a system that allows players to set a personal waypoint on the map, as well as share that pin in chat channels. So you should no longer need an add-on to convey exactly where Rustfeather has just spawned, which is actually quite funny, because in Mechagon, if you can't find a rare, where's the rare? Where's the rare? Normally you have to use an add-on. I do like this as well, because sometimes some people don't know where they're going, if you're with a friend or whatever. So I hope it works in the fact, because at the moment you have to work out the coordinates, which isn't really that hard, but some people may not know their X and their Y's and whatever. So I'm hoping that the indicator will change depending on where the waypoint is. Also of note are some changes to PvP currencies. Now, if you watched my video yesterday, I'm starting getting into PvP, so this is where this piqued my interest. Notably, Conquest is once again a spendable currency earned through Shadowlands rated PvP. Players will be able to use Conquest points to purchase specific items of their choice from a vendor in the capital cities of Oribus, in an easy to find location naturally. Conquest can also be used to upgrade their gear further, similar how Benthic worked with Mana Pearls and Rise of Ashara. It's good to see that the things at the end of Battle for Azeroth were used as a test, which I think in one of my previous videos I actually mentioned that I thought they were doing that, so I'm happy that they are taking everything that we liked and implementing it into Shadowlands. We will have lots more information to share on the details of this system, as well as our broader endgame itemization plans as Alpha rolls on and we reach max level content. Now, on that note, please bring back tier sets. That's all I'm going to say about it. I want my Shaman tier sets back. As our community and fan sites dig into the game files that are packaged within the client in the coming days, you will also doubtless find bits and pieces of data relating to endgame systems like soulbinds, covenant sanctums, and crafted legendary items. Much of those features remain a work in progress, and especially in alpha testing, the game's data contains numerous experiments and discarded ideas. So please take what you might find via data mining with a grain of salt. We remain guided by the core philosophies that we articulated at BlizzCon: player agency and empowering choices. We can't wait to share details of these experiments with you as soon as we're able to. One of our main lessons learned from past expansions is the vital importance of carving out a large window in our alpha and beta for feedback and iteration on these endgame experiences. Thank you for your patience, and we'll see you soon in Shadowlands. Ian Hazakostas. Now, just a little bit on that last bit. That last kind of line, let me move my mouse so you can actually see it. This line here, about the importance, I think that's, we aren't going to release it in August because not only is there all this stuff going on in the world, but we really want to test. Now, if they do testing correctly, and it's good, great. The trap that I think they're going to fall into is doing all this testing for all these different things. They're going to go, I'm worried that they're going to give us quantity rather than quality. I think there's part of them that says, look, we want to make up for what we did in BFA. We know you really didn't like it, and we changed so many things throughout the expansion, but look, we've learned from our mistakes, and here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And I don't want them to do that, because I'd rather have 2, 3, 5 things that are really good rather than 15 things that are okay. That's my opinion. Some people may disagree with me with that, but that's what I think. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm happy about the PvP currencies. I'm happy about the UI change. Covenants we'll cover in a little while. The class changes, I will cover that when that comes out. And the alpha actually looks quite promising. I think it looks more promising than BFA did. It is a little bit late, but if it's good, I'm happy for that. I'm happy to wait if it's good. So let me know, guys, what you think about the alpha and if you're actually excited about it. And if you were looking at this at the same time as me yesterday, I will keep you updated as often as possible and make sure that you're getting the information that I'm seeing, that everyone's seeing, as fast as possible. So this video will be released the day that I'm recording it, which is Tuesday today. It will be out today. The Covenant might be out tomorrow, but it will be, unless I get it done today. But I am so excited. Thank you, Blizzard, for finally releasing it. Man, you took your time. I will see you in the next video when we look at more Shadowlands content.